Yo, what up? I'm Dirt Riffs.
And me amo, me visual dos. And and you're watching the fucking wackiest podcast on the fucking internet. Woo! Fucking the
Dirty
dirty death. Oh shit. Man, so I haven't talked to you all week, man, and I think that's good cuz it leaves a lot for us to get into tonight.
Hell yeah.
We've already warmed up a little bit, before with the flow before we started recording, but yeah, man, like how's your week been? We're getting settled in. Tell everyone and me, how you been doing, bro?
Not too bad. Just doing the dad thing, working, chilling, uh, getting in trouble for how many tapes I get in the mail, but
I feel
that's
that
normal.
you need to
Normal
get
stuff.
you need to get a PO box, brother. Like get a PO box and just have that shit like going over to the side. I'm
For
about to get
real.
one.
Do that sneaky thing.
Yeah, I'm probably getting the PO box soon. If anybody wants to send anything to us, we're gonna have a PO box. I'll post the PO box in the fucking thing underneath or whatever. Don't send us animal carcasses though. I guess Bryce got like an animal carcass one time with a package that he won. He was talking about
I
that.
feel like I remember him talking about that last night.
Yeah, he said he got some weird shit like sent to him, and he was like, "What the hell?" And he put it like on his porch, I think, or his back porch, and he just left it there, and he
Well,
forgot about it. Yeah,
something will eat it.
that's what I'd do. Hey, if someone sent me that shit, I'd be like, "Okay, this is going here," and then I just forget about it. Like,
Like, I don't want this in my house.
yeah, like fuck that. Don't send us carcasses. But do send us tapes and stickers and all sorts of whatever.
Flyers,
if you're
anything, anything cool you got. Tapes, flyers, stickers,
yeah.
buttons.
If you drew a
Good there.
picture, if Ian is watching, draw us a picture and send it. Fred too, my artist homies.
Form
Um,
Terror. That's what's up.
so
Paw
yeah,
8.
fucking first thing, of course, I guess we got to start off with my week. I haven't even told you about my week. So yeah, my week's been all right, man. Been working on the shows. We launched the Patreon. The Patreon is launched. www.patreon.com/mayvizzle. If you are watching this on YouTube right now and you didn't know about the Patreon, you're watching this a week and a couple days after it was recorded. You're watching this a long time after it's recorded. If you want to watch it when it's recorded, like immediately, subscribe to the Patreon, and you'll get early access to the shit. I highly suggest that you do that.
Definitely go into detail with that because I'm very curious.
Yeah, so with the tiers, so $3 gets you early access to all the shows. $10 gets you producer level, so you get early access to all the shows. And then at the end of each show, I will say your name. I will say your name and say, thank a special thanks to so and so. You are a producer, and I'll say something cool too. After that, maybe we'll see. I don't know, but
We'll see.
then for
We'll see what happens.
the highest tier we offer, it's called the Tape of the Month Club. This one's pretty cool. So for $25 a month, and this includes shipping. This is for US only right now. We might do an international Tape of the Month Club if fucking shipping costs go down, or we can figure something out later down the line. But for $25 a month, you get producer level. So you get early access. I say your name on the end of every show, and you get one curated fucking tape from Mayvizzle himself. I will send you a copy of this tape. The shipping's included in that 25. All I need is your 25 every month and the address. You'll get this tape shipped to you, and you get early access, and you get to listen to this shit. Of course, I'm going to try to eventually start doing exclusive type of shit. Maybe I'm going to be manufacturing the tapes myself eventually, and then, doing exclusive tapes. I don't know, but we're going to start it as soon as someone subscribes, and then we're going to figure that thing out. And, yeah, man, the Tape of the Month Club is where it's at, dude. You'll be seeing tapes from right now. You'll be seeing shit from Transylvanian, Gurgling Gore, Goat Throne, all my favorite fucking whatever I'm listening to right now, which segues us into the stacks, baby. So
Oh shit,
I want
yeah.
to pull out. I got a couple fucking stacks. I got to start with the first one that I got.
Okay. Yeah, you got a lot more than I did as far as tapes go, so I
Uh,
definitely want to do those.
bro, I went crazy, man. I haven't even busted the seal on a lot of these just because they're fucking, just because they're like so fresh. So I copped this fucking. Am I missing something? Oh yeah, right here. So I copped fucking Thorn, Yawning Depths.
Oh
Got that
yeah.
Yawning Depths by Thorn. It's a fucking classic. I got fucking I got this fucking Bloodspawn tape because I gotta support the
Oh
homie Noah, bro. This one,
yeah, that one's
this
hard, man.
I think it was the last one that they had too. This one,
On Corpse Crystal.
these are all from Goat Throne.
Oh really? Okay, okay.
So yeah, I got these. I got fucking Hexella or Hexea. This is some really good black and roll. I don't know if you've heard this one yet. I got to send it to you if you
Okay.
haven't heard it. It's
Is it kind of when you say black and roll? Is that kind of like in the vein of Midnight?
I think so. I haven't heard of them. I don't know.
Oh really? Oh man, you should check out
Yeah.
Midnight or like
It's
Skeleton. Have you heard Skeleton?
no, no. It's
Check
kind of
them out
like
too.
it sounds like if Motorhead like Hexea sounds like if uh if Motorhead fucked Mayhem and
I
made
kind
a
of see what you're
a
saying.
baby.
It has that kind of like old school rock and roll sound,
Yeah.
but it also, or like even punk rock even, but it
Yes.
also has like a lot of black metal influence.
Yeah, and their lead vocalist is a woman too. And
Oh shit!
she's gnarly on the vocals, bro. She's fucking
Dang.
sick. Yeah, I was tripping. I was like, "Where's this band from?" They're out of Texas. They're local, I guess, to like Goat Throne where they're at. And bro, it's really good. It's really up. I saw it on Ken's Death Metal Crypt. He showed it on a recent episode. I actually made a lot of these purchases from seeing that. And
Oh wow!
yeah, I was super stoked about it. I really dig Hexea, Road in Hell. It's like a 3-track. I think it's a 3-track demo. And I don't know if it's a demo or if it's a fucking it's a 6-track. And it has a bulldozer cover of Cutthroat. So yeah, it's
Damn.
pretty badass. And I didn't grab my favorite tape that I got from them. Let me find this. Oh, this one. Last but not least, bro. Last but not least, I gotta pull this one out. This is straight fire. Abasum Gryphos by Pestilength. I sent this one to you a couple weeks ago. Did you hear this shit?
I think I did.
Bro, this shit is dark, bro.
Yeah.
This shit is crazy. Like, I was reading the lyrics to this shit, and I think they're out of Spain. I don't fucking know. I follow the dude. He's very mysterious. He doesn't show his face or anything.
Damn.
But shout out to Unholy. I think it's Unholy Design or something on Instagram. That dude put together a crazy fucking project. It sounds like some blackened, dark, like shit. Like, it's just really, really dark. You read the lyrics and you feel like you're not supposed to be reading this shit out loud type shit. Like you're summoning some type of shit. Like
Are you a fan of Belphegor?
I haven't even heard of them.
You haven't heard Belphegor? Okay.
No, man, you got to send me this.
That kind of reminds me of this. Just the way they're like being described reminds me of Belphegor.
Yeah,
They have songs like what is it like fucking bondage goat zombie or something like that, or like
ooh.
fucking just I don't even know if that's actually even correct, but there's so much shit like that in their music.
Yeah, I'm down for a bondage goat zombie.
I mean, why not?
Is that a band? That should be a band name.
That should be a
Bondage goat
band.
zombie.
That should be a band.
That
I
sounds like a
actually,
shoegaze band.
right?
Doesn't it? Like, don't shoegaze bands have like the gnarliest names?
Yeah.
I seen this one band. I don't know if you could call them shoegaze, but there's this band called Mannequin Pussy. Have you heard of that band?
Oh, yeah.
They're dope. I
Yeah.
like Mannequin Pussy, but I heard the name and I thought it was gonna be like a fucking like gore grind band. And
That's what I thought too.
I was like, yo, what's this Mannequin Pussy about? Like,
I
okay,
thought it was grindcore.
Yeah, that right? Like it's just some goofy ass like
It's
shit.
not grindcore.
It's serious, bro. It was some pretty serious music. So on to the next
Yeah,
stack.
what's that second stack got in it?
So this second stack actually came with this T-shirt that I'm wearing right here.
Yeah, who is that?
Noxious Ruin magazine. Got the
Oh yeah,
Noxious
I see
Ruin
that.
shirt. Got to rep their
Yeah.
got to rep the homie and the logo. Fucking. I got this end grind tape, primitive. You know what I love? Like, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, out of everything I've gotten this week, the Noxious Ruin, the Pestilence was my favorite out of the Goat Throne shit that I got. But out of this fucking, out of everything that I've gotten in the last couple weeks, I've gotten a lot of shit. The Noxious Ruin shit, it just feels the most special. Like, out of anything that I've gotten, like being like a music geek, like they really cater to that type of shit. Like, so like this end grind tape, the thing I love about Noxious Ruin is you can't find this shit on the internet. A lot of the shit that they fucking, they put out. So like,
It always usually, I feel like all their stuff usually comes out like once, and then once it's there, it's gone.
yeah, dude, like this is a band. This is like a super group of like grindcore musicians from fucking Japan. And they're all anonymous. They're all anonymous. So you don't even know who the fuck did this shit. It's called the Legendary End Grind or some shit.
Okay.
And I don't, you know what kills me is like I want to listen to this shit so bad. Like look at the logo on the back. They did like a collab with like this label. I don't know if it'll like straighten out, but it's in kanji,
I can kind
bro.
of see it.
Yeah, it's like in kanji, whatever this label is. Tanaka Shoten, and I'm all into death matches and shit. So I'm really big into Japanese culture. I think that's fucking awesome to see like some gnarly like hardcore music coming out of there, or extreme music coming out of there.
Yeah, for sure.
I got that. I got fucking 100% support these guys right here. This fucking tape. This one is the fucking Novichok.
Oh shit! And it's got the fold-out case.
Yeah, dude. And it comes with the fucking patch too of their
Oh
logo.
shit!
This shit's out of Russia. These guys are out of Russia. They've been talking about like the war and all this shit that's going on right now over there, and they're very anti-war. They're like, I guess their assets are locked up. A lot of political posts. They're very political cats.
Okay.
And they're very humble guys, but this tape is just badass. Like this one you can listen to online. They do have a Bandcamp account, so this one is really fucking cool. And yeah, really really fuck with Novichok. And then you got to check this one out.
Dang, you're hella official. Oh, mine's just all over the place.
Oh, bro, I fucking this is my favorite thing I think that I got from them. I saved the best for last. Well, actually, I don't even know. I feel like I equally like everything I got from Noxious Ruin. I'm not gonna say that. I take that back. But this project, Mike told me this one has been in the works for a long time. When he sent over the Mixophobia shit, or when he was doing some Hot Grave shit. Yeah, the Cardiac Arrest. In Rotten Retrospect, right? Selected Slangs. This is the shit that I live for. You can't find this shit on the net, bro. This is all fucking like shit from Cardiac Arrest. Like it has some random live shit. It has like fucking like tracks that are like rare. This tape is red and gnarly and just has some great art on it. See the eyeballs. It's a compilation? Yeah, it's like a compilation. It's almost like greatest hits, but it's like songs between 04 and 07. And like inside, this is what I love so much about Noxious Ruin. Like I love the inside artwork and shit that you get on some tapes, but like this shit is like glued to the inside of it, and you open it up, and it fucking has the track listing. It explains everything. You can even pop that out. There's like I think there was a little glue holding it in there, but yeah, dude, it has this cool little booklet that comes inside of it. And
that's wicked,
man. This sealed my like Noxious Ruin is probably the one label where I will buy every fucking release that comes out, because everything just feels so handcrafted and just so like so much care was put into this shit. If it took 2 years to get a release out, That means they really took their time with
Dang,
presenting
man.
it properly. He comes correct with this shit. I like the
I
logo, badass. Really
I
fuck with
honestly
them.
I really dig their approach, honestly, because they have the magazine that comes out with the compilation tapes that they do, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. So the Noxious Ruin mag, and I will tell you all of this shit that I just showed you. If you're watching this, this should be premiering. I want to say on like the 25th of April. If you're watching this on the 25th of April, you're probably not gonna get this shit. You need to get your butt the fuck over to Noxious Ruin. And if they do have some different shit,
Yeah.
some newer shit, you better buy that shit because it's gonna be gone the next time you check. There's so much
Right.
shit that I missed out on Noxious Ruin just from being unaware of their shit that they
Yeah.
have.
Honestly, yeah, I totally agree with you because I would have bought the magazine with the tape combo this whole time. I would have been buying that this entire time.
Did you
Had I
see?
known it was there.
Did you see the Preservation of Death thing that they did?
I feel like I did just see something about that. What is it?
So they put out two compilations of fucking like forgotten demos from random bands, and it comes. I assume it comes with like a booklet, or I think it comes with a mini magazine that has a picture of each band and their logo and like where they were from, like, and it's
Yeah.
kind of like a historical fucking like type thing. Like it's like the perfect type shit for like a fan of like Uncle Ken or anybody like that. Like it's just super fucking cool, man. This Preservation
Yeah.
of Death shit is like badass. They've done two of them. This last one, I believe, was like mostly South American bands, so they like do a different theme with each one. Um, but yeah, shout out to Brian Noxious, man, and keep doing what you're doing, brother. That fucking
For
label
real.
you got is whew, it's fire. I copped some shit direct from a band, and this one cost me a fucking lot. I had to get that Parallax Occlusion
Oh
from
shit.
Canada, Ray Traces of Death. I just copped this one. I really like the tape on this one. I actually posted a picture of this with some bananas or some shit.
I
But
have not heard that yet, but I have heard it is awesome.
oh, bro, you need to fuck with them. They're heavy. They're heavy. Like they're slow, heavy, badass. They're like what I want out of Doom. Like if you like
That's kind of the
Bloodspore,
shit I dig too.
yeah, bro, like that. Like it kind of sounds like weed.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Death Doom.
Yeah, like Death Doom, like fucking kind of like Bloodspore, like they
Yeah.
speed up a little bit. They have really heavy shit. I fuck
More
with
chipper
them.
room.
And I've been talking about this tape for a long ass time too. That I forgot this one I got from Goat Throne. I was thinking I had one more from Goat Throne. I had to get this one, man. This
Oh
is
man, what is that?
one of the most slept on tapes of last fucking year, bro. This is the Internal Infestation demo. This shit was absolutely
Damn.
insane, brother. Absolutely fucking insane. I like this is Seep. This is Daniel Bonifiglio from Intestinal Hex. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's him and he's also in what's that other band? Fumes. So
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, he's in both of those bands, and him and Seep got together and did this project, and Seep does this crazy fucking voice on it, and the guitar, it's thrash, right? But it's
Yeah.
like it's like death thrash, but it's super fucking like has a 90s like the color of the year 1998 painted all over it. Like this shit sounds like you ever played Twisted Metal, like Twisted Metal 2? And you know how
Oh
they
yeah.
have the guitar and all that crazy shit? Like
Yeah.
this shit belongs in on like 90s MTV, and then it's like got this new like clean like death fucking screamy fucking sound over it. His voice that he uses on it, I want to play a sample of it for you or something. I'll send it to you if you haven't heard that.
Okay.
You need to hear this one like yesterday. Like you need to
Okay.
have heard that. I'm gonna send it to you as soon as this show's over. And
Hell yeah.
I wish I fucking grabbed you a tape. I thought you would have had this one. Everybody forgot about this tape, which is what it's a goddamn shame. This everybody right here, if anything, won an award last year for best demo.
Really?
This is the best demo of fucking last year, brother. Like, look at this.
Really?
The artwork is fantastic. That's by Gruesome
Yeah.
Graphics. you know, they are literally the best band, the best band that put out a demo last year. Hormigaunt, second place probably, because I love the Hormigaunt demo too. Those are my two top demos of last year.
I would say if we're talking demos of last year, I would say Inhumane Suffering. The actually it wasn't even a demo; it was a promo.
Yeah. So
It
that
was the
best
promo.
promo of the year.
Yeah, that one. I was gonna pick that one, and then the Gordon Brace demo
Oh, I haven't heard
from
that.
last year.
I gotta
Very
hear it.
cool.
You gotta
Yeah,
send it
very
to me.
cool stuff. Yeah, definitely have to check that out. They actually have another. They have a promo out now, 2022 promo, and it's pretty bitchin'.
Really? Gord
Yeah,
Embrace, huh?
Gordon
Let
Brace.
me put this down. Gord Embrace. Band.
So I got 5 here in this stack.
Let's
But
go.
okay, so they're all across the map here. I got this one from Stump Grinder, that new Pale Gaze. Oh, here
Yes.
we go.
Oh, wait, you mean this new pale gaze?
Yeah,
Yeah. Hey, let's kiss tapes.
butchered
Let's
it.
kiss tapes, bro.
Here we go. Ready? Butchered into Cosmic Hell. That shit is so rad. Like, if
Yes.
you're, I will say, if you're into like, yeah, oh, dude, that sticker is so cool.
Oh, it was
I
so
love getting the
badass.
super thick stickers because it's like, dang, this is some high quality sticker action right
It's
here,
like
bro.
vinyl or some shit, like, right?
Yeah,
That's like a
like I,
vinyl sticker.
I don't know. It's a nice one, but if you're into like leads, it's heavy on the leads. And I'm not honestly, I'm never a huge fan of leads. I'm more of like a riff guy as far as playing guitar goes, but like it literally says on the back warning, content here within may be too graphic for some listeners. Like the leads on this are incredible. They really are. They're really good. Um, my next one is actually a fold out guy, like one of the ones you got.
Ooh,
And I'll
let me
just I'll
see.
just I'll just fold it out and show that
Oh,
fucking
yep.
paranoia apparition.
Dude, that shit came out of nowhere, bro.
Oh my god, man. I put this on and I could not stop listening for days. Like I literally messaged Garrett and I was like, yo, this shit is straight ghostly. Like
Yeah.
this shit is like one of the most haunting things I've heard. Like
Yeah.
it really is. Like the whole vibe is just like exactly what you would think it would be. It's the perfect amount of grind. It's the perfect amount of death. This honestly so far right now is one of my favorite things I've gotten.
Yeah, bro. It has those like Alice in Chains esque interludes, like in songs and shit too, where you're like, whoa, this just changed the whole pace and shit. Like, I remember listening to that and being kind of like shocked because I didn't know what to expect out of those cats. I'm like, okay, you get fluids, you get fucking Thorn,
Maul.
or no, not Thorn. You get fluids, you get Maul, you get who else is in there? The
I think well
drummers
the dude
from
in Thorn is the dude from Fluids, I'm pretty sure.
Brandon.
I think.
Brandon's in Thorn. Oh, Derp. Yeah, Derp. I'm hella dumb. You're right. Fucking, you get Thorn, you get Fluids. Well, I guess you get both. You get all
Yeah.
those. You get Maul, and then the
Yeah.
drummer. I forget where the drummer's from. He's from.
I mean, honestly, I really after listening to this, I've always really liked Maul and all those bands, but as far as Maul goes, I think Garrett has some of my favorite vocals in the game right now. Honestly, after hearing this, I think
Yeah,
he's probably got my favorite vocals in the game. Like he's the man.
he can sing too, bro. That motherfucker
Really,
can
like Sing
sing.
Sing.
No, I never heard him sing. I'm just playing.
Oh.
Like, he's got a beautiful voice, man. He used to fucking sing in the
Dude, his
choir.
vocals on this are mean.
Yeah.
Mean. The next one I got, that one was from Gurgling Gore, and I just want to say shouts out to Gurgling Gore because they always got cool shit, super nice,
Yes.
like can't go wrong.
I
You
I
could
ordered
literally
that.
buy anything from Gurgling Gore, and it would be worth it.
Shout out to Daddy Gore. I'm actually waiting on some shit from Daddy Gore to send out to the homies. So
Same.
everybody keep their eyes posted. Yeah, I got that paranoia apparition on my way too, or on its way. It's I did some pre-order shit on there. I'm probably busted out next time we do the show. It should be here by then. But yeah, I ordered a bunch of shit from there that I'm gonna bust out. And yeah, Gurgling Gore, man, I want to get one of them motherfucking koozies for my non-alcoholic brews, bro. I
Yeah.
need that shit.
Yeah. I feel that. Is that what you're drinking right now?
No, this is just sparkling water.
Oh, word,
Yeah,
word.
I actually no my. So I was like, I was gonna drink some brews over this last weekend. I was like barbecuing, and I was like, yo, I want a fucking beer. So I called my dad up, and I was like, hey man, and I'm like 110 days. I haven't drank all year, pretty much.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I think I'm good to have a couple beers. I'm barbecuing. I ain't tripping. So I called my dad up. I'm like, yo, man, bring a 12-pack over of, there's this shit called like Bud Next, and it's like 0 calorie. And I'm not advertising for that shit. I'm just saying it. So I told my dad, grab this shit. And he's like, all right, I got you. And he said 0 calories or whatever. He brought over this shit that is 0 alcohol. And it was like a 12-pack of it. And I was like, you know what? This probably was a good idea. So I just drank that shit. And everybody, you know, that isn't up to speed, I've talked about it a couple times on the show. I quit drinking because I got a kid on the way. It's not like I'm quitting because like I was waking up in the morning or doing any crazy shit like that. Do I feel different? Yeah. Do I sleep better? Yeah. You know, do I have, has it been beneficial? Yeah, of course, because I'm fucking, you know, I'm just not drinking all the time like I used to. I drink every weekend warrior, get crazy, be hungover every Sunday. Like it wasn't shit to me. It's normal.
Yeah.
I lived like that for years. But you know, with my thing is with a newborn, I got to be on my toes for maybe the first couple years. So just got to be cool about it. So that's
feel that, man.
I'm taking that journey.
Kudos. Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man. Well, that's the thing. It's having a reason like that. You know, I'm not tripping because I'm like, you know, I don't want to be too hungover to pick little dude up on the weekend or do something like that. You know what I mean? I'd be like, well, once he gets older, that's when I'll start getting smashed again. Once he's like,
right.
Once he's making his, once he learns how to work the fucking microwave and how to shower himself and dress himself, it's game again, brother. I'm gonna be smashing Hennessy bottles like no other.
Oh my god, you wild man.
Yeah. But you know, like it's it's cool. And then I got some I didn't show what I had from Jimmy, from the homie Jimmy from Transylvanian.
Shit, you got more shit, dude.
Oh, I got more shit, brother. I got the fucking mutate from the Bay.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
so
mutate.
Cool.
I love these motherfuckers.
I've already showed mine off before, but it's only a problem to like just kiss them.
Do we have the same one?
Boop. Yeah, the purple guy.
Yeah, this one's a really good
that's
looking.
all they did was the purple one.
Yeah, I dig that purple, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Purple mutate.
I love it. This is very, very cool, old school sounding death metal, I think.
Bay Area thrash, bro. Them and this fucking band right here, Iron Front, Flayed Alive.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I haven't gotten that one yet. Isn't Mutate and Iron Front a lot of the same members?
Mutate and Iron Front are, I believe so. It's like, I'd have to look at them to tell you who's in the same band. I gotta like really look at them. But I've been
speaking of the Bay Area too. I will say I did that stream with Seven last week.
Yeah, how did that go?
Dude, I mean it was good. It was really good. But like what I was gonna say was the fucking scenery. Like he was just like in a park in San Francisco, and like oh my god, dude, like that's just fucking beautiful out there. Like,
Yeah.
I dig that shit. Like San Francisco, I will say, is one of my favorite cities that I've ever been to, and I've only ever been there maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I love it out there, bro. It's fucking.
It's so cool.
It's so lit. It's such a cool place to just go smoke and just sit there and trip out, like off of everything around you.
Just like chilling in the park, smoking weed and shit. It's just like, dang, bro, I love Cali.
Yeah. I know the big ass buildings, those used to trip me out. We'd go smoke in an alley and then I'd be like looking up and be like, oh fuck, like This shit is crazy. Like, I remember tripping the fuck out.
What would always trip me out is like, because I was really young every time I went there. But what always tripped me out was the roads and all the fucking hills. The like I remember seeing roads that just went straight up, just like drop off.
Yeah, yeah, dude. It's scary as fuck. Like, imagine driving. I used to drive this little beat up ass Toyota Corolla through that thing with like shitty brakes. And I remember, well, it was this hill in Oakland that actually got me really bad one time. But these dudes had me drive up to this point in Oakland so we could all smoke at the top. And I drove all the way up. We pull over, hanging out. And then I turn around and I'm driving back down the hill. And it's literally like straight down almost, and then you stop, right? And then straight down, and then you stop. And there was traffic on this hill. So you can't just roll down and stop, you know? You're like pumping brakes the whole fucking time. By the time I got to the bottom, my brakes were smoking, and my brake pads that I just changed like 3 months ago were completely toast.
Dang.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So the other release I wanted to get into too is do you ever fuck with Life After Death? You ever get anything from them?
I haven't yet. Not yet.
So you should check out this.
Oh. Who's that? Is that like porno grind or?
No, dude, it's just straight up death metal.
Really?
Yes.
I think I've seen that logo, and I
Yeah.
thought I didn't know it was really a band.
I honestly, I will say this. At first, when we talked about this before, there's some things when you see new music that just, if you see something that turns you off, you're just like, I'm good on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I saw this and I was like, I don't know, I'm good. But then I heard a lot of people saying a lot of good things about it, and then I seen Bryce showing his off on a stream recently, and I was like, you know what? I better come correct.
Yeah.
So I did, and I bought it, and I am not disappointed at all. It's very, it's got that sound that Ohio has right now.
Yeah.
It's got that, I don't want to say the bog sound, but it's got that kind of feel to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you listen to the Pornographic Seizures EP?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that kind of feel to it, but it's a little more chunky, I think, which is kind of gross when you consider the name of the band, but
I know. I saw that and I instantly thought of Sperm Swamp. You ever heard of that band?
no.
Oh my god, they're a porno
But
grind
that sounds
band.
just vile.
Yeah, they're a porno grind band, and they're like, they have a song called, it's like diarrheic polka, and it's like polka music with hella farts in it. And
Oh my god.
yeah, I actually played it when I was interviewing Tim from Hormigaunt. He told me, you haven't heard that? He's like, play that shit right now. And I was like, you sure it's not copywritten? And he was like, no, man, it's fucking Sperm Swamp. They're not copywritten. And I was like, all right. So I played Sperm Swamp. And then I was like, oh, yeah, this is totally not copywritten. It's just fart noises and polka music. And I played like 15 seconds of it. Fucking the next morning I get the email from YouTube, you have been flagged for copyright. And I was just like, how the fuck you're gonna copyright that? Like fart like someone's gonna steal your song of fucking your fart song. And but the thing is, everybody knows who they are, so I'm not surprised. Like, I guess they got enough clout to where it's worth
I will say
doing
this.
that.
Sperm was a good release. It was very cool. I keep losing sight of my camera. Sperm was a good release.
I'll
Life
give it
After
a
Death,
listen.
yeah,
I'll give
it
it a
is.
listen.
It's really cool. The last two releases I have kind of go hand in hand, but I'll start by saying, have you heard Haxon yet?
No.
No?
I know you and fucking, oh my god, what's his name from Scabhag?
Mike D?
Yeah, you and Mike D, bro, we're talking about that shit, and I was trolling, and I was like, this is the Haxon. I looked up the wrong Haxon, and then I pulled up the real Haxon, and I followed them on Bandcamp, but I forgot to listen to them.
Dude, their EP is
Fire.
irresponsibly heavy.
Really? I gotta listen to
And I don't
it.
say that honestly. I everything I listen to I feel like is heavy, but there's few things that come along where I'm just like, this is just it's irresponsible how heavy this is.
Yeah.
Like I say that about Snuffed all the time,
Oh
but
yeah.
like Haxon, top shelf stuff.
They
But
take it
that
to the
being
next
said,
level.
they do take it to the next level. It is very knuckle dragger, like
Caveman.
heavy, yes, heavy shit. But I will say, because I bring up Haxon, is because they're also in another band called Stake Driver.
I've heard of them.
And Stake Driver is a black metal band, and this tape is honestly really sick. Like, it's got the
Dude.
sticker on it.
That got like some Tales from the Crypt vibes type shit on it.
It
That's
does. And
sick.
you know what's really cool is I literally, this is what's cool about these last two tapes I'll show you, is all I did was hit up the dude. His name's Jeff Huffman. I'm going to put him on blast because he's probably the nicest motherfucker I've ever met in my life. I bought just a patch, dude. I just bought this Stake Driver US black metal patch, right?
Yeah.
Because I thought it was cool. The logo is cool as fuck. I dig the idea. I think it's great. The music is awesome. And I messaged him, and they have this EP called Lycanthropy 666, right? And there's a song on there called Full Moon Sickness. And I had just heard Stake Driver, and I messaged him, and the first thing I ever said to the guy was, I think I have a sickness. And he goes, is it a full moon sickness? And the conversation just went from there. And I ended up asking him, like, hey, man, I need to get my hands on one of these Stake Driver tapes. And he's like, well, you have charmed me. He literally said that. You have charmed me. So I'm going to send you this one. And I was like, that's fucking dope, dude. But I want to at least buy something so I can cover the shipping for you, because I don't want you just sending me a tape for free like that. I'll buy something from you, and you can just sneak it in there if you want. So he did that, and this Stake Driver release, Summer Funerary Ritual, is very, very cool. The logo is so sick, like with the actual stakes on the bottom. And then the other band, there's more. But wait, there's more. So there's Haxon, there's Stake Driver, and there's also Pungent Shroud.
Oh shit.
He sent me that
Shroud,
one too.
huh? What do they sound like?
It's okay. So I was having a conversation with him. All that charming conversation led into actually quite a cool friendship. Actually, I asked him when he told me about Pungent Shroud. I was like, "What would you put it in the vein of? Is it like death metal? What?" And he goes, "Well, it's definitely death metal, but it's also definitely black metal. It's just kind of what we're feeling at the moment, which I can respect. Like, that's really cool." So he sent me this as well, and it is. I'm convinced now these guys can't do anything wrong. Like,
Yeah.
Haxton is great, Pungent Shroud is great, Stake Driver is great. I don't know if you've ever heard of Infurious, but I know one of the members from those three bands is also in Infurious. I think one of the members, at least one. But yeah, everything these guys do is incredible. And what's funny is I've even talked to Mike D about, he calls him Huffy, Jeff Huffman. With the Stake Driver release, his name on here, it actually says, and this is what I like about Stake Driver a lot. This is what really turned me on to them. Vocals, Count Ulfric. That's his name. Yeah. Count Ulfric. If you look him up on Instagram, his tag is Fat Euronymous. This is the nicest dude I've ever. I can't say enough nice things about him. I feel like it's never enough. He's such a nice guy. Like, he's one of those dudes that I'll just message, and he'll message me back eventually, and we'll just randomly start talking about whatever. Like Stake Driver, Pungent Shroud, Haxon, Infurious, anything those dudes are in. And actually, I will say this: Jordan from Haxon. I think he's in all these other projects as well, maybe. But Jordan actually plays drums for Scab Hag now.
Really?
So they've kind of become like this like these brother bands, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like this little circle of bands is fucking killer. And Scab Hag too, of course. I mean, I besides all these tapes I've been listening to, I meant to tell you about. You remember that thing I sent you the other day, that new Scab Hag, like the guy jumping off the stairs and
Yeah.
shit. If you watch if you get on YouTube and you watch the Super Satan show, it's like you remember Triumph?
Yeah. The insult dog.
It's like yeah, it's like that, but it's Satan. And he like interviews Scab Hag, and then they do a little like Scab Hag show at the end.
That's
And
sick.
they played a new song called Arachnoid. And other than these tapes, this is what I was getting to. That song is so fucking hard, dude. It's it's another irresponsibly heavy one. Like it goes way too hard. Like nobody should ever be going that hard, but they do it, and it's fucking awesome. So like that being said, like this little circle of bands in that Cincinnati, Dayton area, top shelf.
Yeah, dude. Those
Very
guys. I gotta listen to the other projects, but I fucked tough with Scat Bag. Like they fucking. It's yeah. There's something in the water, man. Like you guys were talking about the other night out there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's something going on up in Ohio. Straight up.
For sure. A lot of good stuff coming out of there. But yeah, the Stake Driver releases, Pungent Shroud, any of it. Haxon, you got to check out for sure. Haxon is way cool. Hmm.
So next on the agenda for today, um, did you? So you said you listened to that new Fluids project,
I did.
and can you report it to me? Give me the report, man. Is it too
So,
nasty for me or what? Can I listen to
no,
it?
honestly, I think anyone could listen to this Fluids release. And I say that because there are no like samples in it. There's no YouTube samples, horror movie samples. They don't do anything like that on this one.
Yeah. What do they do? What is it?
It's it's very electronic.
Really? Is there
They have a
guitar and
lot of
shit?
they have a lot of they have a lot of synthy stuff. Um, yeah, in replacement of all the samples they normally do. So it's if I were to compare it to anything, I would say if you were to put like the final Bloodbath session, the Mortician tape,
Yeah.
and put like some synthy stuff on there instead of the horror stuff or whatever, that's what it's like.
Oh, so it's actual like Fluids music, like Fluid songs, but they did it
Yeah.
without the sample. So it's like Fluids light.
Uh, I wouldn't necessarily say light, but I would just say they would replace the samples with electronic music.
It's like clean Fluids. It's like Fluids, but you don't gotta take a shower after.
Yeah,
I
Fluids
like that.
Ultra.
I like that. I think yeah, Fluids Ultra, bro. I like that concept. I think I'm gonna give it a listen, Brandon and Jan. I'm
It's
gonna.
called. Go ahead.
Oh, I think I'm gonna listen. What's it called?
It's called Until It Shines.
I like that.
All the song titles are all lowercase. It's one of those like it's a vibe thing, I
That's
guess.
cool. So it's not, yeah, the other ones are in your face and caps. This is like the mellow Fluids. This is like you could smoke a joint and listen to this Fluids, like that kind of shit. You're not gonna
It
smoke and
did
be
have a
like,
lot. It had a lot of catchy like the trap hi hats.
oh, that's sick, dude. I like that shit too.
A lot of catchy stuff in it.
Gotta dig it.
But it did also maintain that fluids like death grind kind of sound.
Yeah. I dig their sound on I really like the Pharmacist split that they fucking did. You know, it's funny for a band like in talking about Pharmacist too. For a band
Yeah.
that has such grotesque visuals on their fucking art, that is just baffling. You know, I try not to stare at it too long, to burn it into my brain. They have some really beautiful fucking sounding music, like
They
Pharmacist.
do.
Yeah.
What's funny about Pharmacist is I had never actually fucked with Pharmacist until literally this week.
Real dude, they're out of Japan. You know that?
Yeah, that shit's incredible, man.
Like
I mean, it was something that I'd heard on a few splits before, and I was like, it was just another band to me at first, honestly.
yeah,
But I had a friend tell me, he's like, "Yo, you got to listen to this." And I was like, I have, and I was like, I haven't been given the proper nudge, I guess. And he messages me back, and he goes, "Well, nudge, nudge." And I was like, "All right, I guess that's good enough for me. I'll go check it out." And I did. I listened to the first album, and that shit is out of control. It's very good.
yeah,
Like I don't know why I hadn't been listening to it already.
yeah. Those guys are a trip. It was strange that they did the fucking project with Fluids. Like I wonder about that. Like, how do these bands network with each other? I mean, clearly, like sometimes it just makes sense, you know. But it's like,
Yeah.
how do you like? There has to be some sort of mutual shit. I want to ask them if I ever talk to Fluids, like, yo, how did you link up with Pharmacist? How did that shit go down? Because that's got to be an interesting story. Um,
What's funny too is Fluids has linked up with a lot of bands, and I completely forgot about it until I did the stream with Seven. But there is a Snuffed on Site Fluids collab out there.
yeah, you know what's funny about that is I talked to Seven about when he first got the project together for Snuffed, and he said that Brandon was doing. Oh wait, no, it wasn't Brandon. It wasn't Brandon. It was the drummer from Putrid Stew, right? He did all their fucking.
Cody.
Yeah, Cody did all the drums and shit and mixing and mastering and shit of the original Snuffed. Like the
Yeah.
first project and shit. That's
Yeah.
crazy. It's so crazy how
Yeah.
this world of like different people like just like
It all just like kind of
come together.
yeah. What's funny too is when I bring this up all the time because it was such a cool night. But when I went to the Sanguisugabog Frozen Soul show, and they ended up staying here. Sanguisugabog and Inoculation stayed at the crib. And we were talking about Snuffed on Site, and that's funny that you bring that up because I remember Cody saying he's like, yeah, I actually mastered a lot of their stuff. Like, oh shit, right on, man.
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
I
It's just
love
like the circles get smaller and smaller the more people you meet, I guess.
yeah.
Not like smaller and smaller in a bad way, but in a sense that like it's just a small world, you know?
Yeah. You find
It's
more
really
people like that know each other and shit. It's so strange like how that shit happens.
yeah.
Like dude, like fucking like Esquire Ali going to Tree Fort. Like that was just the most
Yeah.
bizarre shit. He was like, "Oh yeah, I know dude from Texas Ketamine." I was like, "What the fuck? Like you know those guys?" Like
Yeah.
people that I know personally that before I was even doing this shit, they're already linked up with people that are in this world. Like,
Speaking of him, uh I know it's off topic, but I've been meaning to ask you, does he have any physical material out?
oh yeah, he has a whole shit ton of merch, bro. I don't know if he
Does
has
he does he like put out CDs or just like tapes or what?
you got to ask him. You got to ask him
Okay.
about that. Yeah. I know
All right.
he probably has I think he has some flexies. I know they have some pervert shit. They have an entire pervert album that they haven't put out, I think. So,
Shit, even just the stuff he was doing at Treeford, I'd buy that.
yeah, dude, I would yeah, definitely reach out to him. He does stream on all major platforms though and YouTube, so that's, the
Okay,
best way to
cool.
support, but he has a fuck ton of merch. Fuck ton of
Yeah.
shirts, NFTs. That motherfucker does everything, bro. He's got it all. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I was actually thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, I kind of want to get some of his stuff, just like show my support and like jam it and shit, you know?
Yeah, 100%. He has a shop on his page. He has a big cartel. So,
Okay.
so you can go and check that out, see what he has. And then as far as like physical media, if he doesn't have it on there, he might have some shit that he can shoot out to you. I think he might
Yeah.
have CDs. He at least has to have some CDs because I know he's been putting out so many fucking projects. If you do cop anything from him, I would recommend copying. Ask him about the concept albums, the story concept albums. Those ones are
Okay.
fucking his latest project, of course, Vani, and then some of his his concept albums are just so fucking out there, man. He did an entire album that was all sounds that was named after me. It was like a fucking 45-minute fucking song, 45-minute like one song album where he's fucking with a synth and it was like named after me. It was my full name. I was like, what the fuck? It was so weird, dude.
Dang.
But yeah, he's put out hella projects, bro. It's so crazy. That shit'll fuck your speakers up though if you listen to that one, because it wasn't mixed to like lower the bass. It doesn't limit the bass at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's crazy. He's done a lot of really strange concept shit. I fuck with him, man. He's definitely, he puts the art in artist for sure.
Yeah,
He's
for
a
sure.
real artist
That's the
with the
homie.
music. But,
Straight up, that's Wire Ali.
yeah. So what were we talking about though? Let me see. We were talking about so we were talking about the new fluids. Another project that I want to bring up, that's gonna be coming out next Wednesday. Is it next Wednesday, the 20th?
Yes, it is.
Bonginator, baby. And
The fucking Bonginator himself.
yeah, if this video is out, if you are on the Patreon, I guess this is exclusive. I can talk. I'm at liberty to talk about some shit, baby. I'm at liberty to talk about some shit. I can't talk about everything. I spent 20 grand to Mike from Barbaric Brutality and procured an early copy of Bonginator. It's not a physical copy, but I got a 1-track master of Bonginator. It's the entire album on 1 track, mastered. And all I listened to was the first song. And the first song was the same song from the demo. Because the EP is an extension. It's a mastered. They remastered the demo to tighten everything up.
Okay.
And then they added more to the story. They finished the story of the 1986 Doinktown Massacre. So it starts with the same intro, and then what I assume the rest of it is the same for the first like 3 tracks, and then after that, because it still has the Bonginators, it has the Doinkanite on it. Those are like the first couple tracks, and then
I imagine it. Yeah, I imagine it was like that. It just had more tracks on it.
Yeah, it's pretty much
Which
just
I
a
am.
full.
Yeah,
Concept.
I'm super stoked for that release, and I dig the concept a lot too. Honestly, like some people might say. So I will say this. This is the funniest thing I've heard because I have a stream with him tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you're watching this now, it's already happened. But as of today, I have one with him tomorrow. I'm really excited about it because I'm digging all the stories I'm hearing about this guy.
Oh yeah.
Like the story about how he sent the demo to Maggot Stomp.
Yeah.
Too funny.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of it I can get into, but I will say it's a funny story. And if he gets into it on the stream tomorrow, then I'll know it's okay to talk about.
Oh, he's told me about it live on the thing. He sent it over to Maggot Stomp, and they're like, "What the fuck? Like, we're not." He was like, he was 100% sure he was getting signed by Maggot Stomp when he like pumped that shit to him.
They said it was too silly.
Yeah, and then fucking, but it was still good. So they recommended him. They're like, "Yo, we got this other label that we think would fucking work perfect for you. Like, they would totally have you." And he fucking linked up with Barbaric Brutality, and fucking it fits perfectly, bro. Like Barbaric Brutality, I gotta say that Mike from Barbaric Brutality is probably one of the best human beings. Just he's just you could tell he's a good dude that's just about the passion. Like he's legit about like the merch that I've seen, some of the bands that he's signed. Like, have you seen the Frog Mallet 4 Loco shorts, bro? I love it. Like, I know Mike will, with no hesitation, will put out a band that has a Backwoods like logo. Like, he will like put out some merch that has some shit like that. So
he's just like a straight up wholesome dude.
Yeah, he's
like wholesome as fuck.
I like told him the other day because I messaged him and I was like, "Yo," because I've been dogging him for the last couple of weeks. I know he's super busy. He's got a lot going on personally and with business too. And I was like, "Hey man, could I get one of those Bonginator flags? Like, I want to buy one. I really want to get one off you." And he messaged me and he was like, "Yo, fucking." he was like, I got you. And he just like sent me a tracking number. And I was like, holy shit. Like, you're just sending it to me, man. Like, too much love for dude. Like, I
Yeah.
fucking love that guy, man. Like, really,
He's a
like,
cool cat for sure.
so what I did was I was like, you know what? I'm doing this. I'm paying some freelancers right now to work on some reviews. The first review I wanted to get was for fucking Bonginator for the new project. So that's how I really obtained the Bonginator. And I didn't break the rules. I didn't listen to it. To the part
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to hear. I'll wait. I want to wait until 420 to hear that. You got to listen to it on
Right.
420. But I
I
do
feel
have I do have a freelancer working on a review of that, and you know, Bonginator told me himself. He was like, "Yo, I want to know if this hopefully she has something good to say about it, you know, so we can promote this review." And I'm like, "I hope so too." I would have nothing but positive shit to say about Bonginator because Bonginator is so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I think maybe I should have wrote the review because I don't know. I'm still waiting to hear this review. But
I think you could have wrote a pretty good one.
yeah, I think you know, I write. I write a little bit. There may be something coming pretty soon from me, and I can't say nothing. I can't say nothing on the live. Yeah.
You don't have to say it. You don't
But
have to
there
say
is you will see me in a publication that has been featured on Mayvizzle content and the Mayvizzle channel. You will see me featured in a publication very soon. And I'd love to talk about it, but it's still very soon to talk about that. But yeah, man, that fucking Bonginator project's gonna be badass. It comes out on 420. They're doing golden tapes, and
No. Isn't it supposed to be? There's one gold tape.
there's one gold tape that's going out to a random person that purchases the Bonginator, and the person that gets this golden tape gets a Bonginator shower curtain.
It's some Willy Wonka shit.
Yeah, it's like straight up out of Willy Wonka, and
It's so cool. I think.
I saw the gold tape. Have you seen the gold tape?
Mm-mm.
Bro, it's like shiny gold. Like it's the sickest fucking, and the tapes, oh my god, they look so sick. The tapes, because they haven't showed any of this merch yet. They haven't showed any of this shit. But I've just been I've been so far up Mike's butt about this Bonginator ever since I found out he signed them. I'm like I don't like asking anybody for shit. For anything, right. I ask if I'm asking, I'm like, yo, let me buy some shit. But with Bonginator, I'm like, hey Mike, like what's going on with that Bonginator, man? Like let me know what's up with that Bonginator, you know. And he gave me a peek, man, and those tapes look fucking sexy. They're gonna be online. I'm pretty sure by the time this airs, this is gonna be on Monday. Yeah, Barbaric Brutality all fucking day. I need one of those fucking flags. I need to buy that shit.
Straight up.
Dude, I gotta rep that motherfucker. I need a shirt. I need the hat. I need everything, bro. The fanny pack, dude, whatever the fuck.
I could not pass that up. Because what's cool, I really enjoy Barbaric Brutality a lot because, first and foremost, the music is incredible.
Yeah.
I like almost everything. I have a lot of their releases, and I like every single one that I've heard.
They're fun. They put out good music. They are. That's what he said.
They're a lot of fun.
He said when
not only that, it's really cool to find out, you know, someone involved in something like that is actually from your hometown and shit.
Yes.
So that was really cool for me right off the bat. And what was the coolest thing is they're basically just letting me do these showcases every month so that I have that stream with Bonginator tomorrow. This will be my third one. It's kind of cool to think that I've gotten that blessing, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
To just showcase their new releases at least once a month with my streaming, you know? So that's kind of cool because the last one was the quartering release.
Yeah.
And that was tits up. That was fucking so cool.
Yeah.
That one was great. Of course the first one was Kill Without Consequence, and that one was
Their artwork. When I saw the artwork for the Kill Without Consequence, I lost my shit. I was like, yo, like I fucking need this on a flag. I need this on a shirt. I need this on fucking.
I mean, like literally everything from Barbaric Brutality is just so cool, dude. Like
Yeah,
That one,
bro.
Kill by
They're
Consequence. That tape was cool, man. Look at this shit. It's like double-sided sticker.
that's so the Bonginator tapes have the actual artwork off of the front. Like it has the Bonginator. It's so colorful, bro. And I only saw the gold tapes. So I don't know what colorways they're releasing. I don't even know shit about what
Oh
colorways they're releasing.
man. I
But
mean,
I
Barbaric Brutality always does it right.
yeah, I know they look fucking fantastic and I'm super stoked for that shit. I'm going to buy oh god. I don't even hope I have. I'm doing a pay in four, bro, with how many fucking Bonginator tapes I'm about to buy next week. Yeah,
Really,
it's like that, bro. I'm
man.
placing an order that's gonna be all Bonginator shit, and it's just all Bonginator. People that are watching the show are gonna get some Bonginator if they fucking, you know, if they want some Bonginator. I'm probably gonna order a gang of tapes next week.
Dang, that's not a bad idea, actually.
A lot of Bonginators going out because
You got some
that's
good ideas.
bro, that's legit one of my fucking most anticipated releases of this year. Um,
I
you know.
agree.
So yeah,
I
that's
agree.
Bonginator
I
Project.
definitely agree.
It's if you're watching this on YouTube, it's dropped by now. If you're watching this on Patreon, it drops in 2 days. Get that motherfucking Bonginator shit. Check out Dirt Riffs, my homie right here talking to Bonginator. If you want to learn a little bit about the man, the myth, the legend, the Bonginator, and yeah, man. So in metal news right now, Corpse Grinder going on tour with his solo shit, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently.
It's just fucking all neck. They got to call the tour something about the neck, like grab life by the neck tour or some shit. You can't
Yeah,
grab
right.
him by the neck, man. You need fucking more than two hands for that shit.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah,
trying to
there
palm
ain't
a
enough hands.
basketball.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I'd go see it if it was in my town.
Yeah.
If it was in my town, I would go check it out for sure.
I
Because
would
I did like that release. I agree with a lot of people. The artwork for me was it was a little corny, but at the same time, I feel like it was like corny in the way that like if you had like a old school like van, it would be like airbrushed on the side.
Oh yeah. You know
So
what
it
it
looks cool. You know what I mean? It's not like bad corny.
you know what it reminded me of, and you're gonna shame me right now because I just watched this show for the first time like the other night, and I like don't know how I never watched this show. I'm gonna lose fan base from people from saying this right now. I'm gonna lose followers.
Oh shit.
The fucking Metalocalypse. I just saw that show for the first time. Yeah, yeah, I know. When I was a kid, if it wasn't like hella colorful, I didn't give a fuck about shit that was on TV, and especially if it was late night, I was all about Aqua Teen. I even watched some C Lab, but
Yeah.
yeah, the Metalocalypse, Moral Oral, like those other shows, I never really watched on Adult Swim. But I'm glad that I never watched it because I finally sat down and watched it the other night, and
And it all makes sense at a certain point.
it's so good, bro. It's such a
It
good
really
fucking
is.
show. I'm so glad I never saw it so I can enjoy it as an adult now.
Honestly, honestly, you should listen to the music. I mean,
It's
honestly,
good. It's good.
you hear it when you watch the show, but like if you were to like, because I have it all downloaded on my phone through my app that my streaming app that I use, and it's pretty top shelf, honestly. Like
Oh
if you
yeah.
listen to the music without the cartoon, you can still see it in your head, obviously, but like Mermaider sounds so much cooler
Yeah.
when you're just listening to it through headphones.
That shit is so fucking awesome, bro. I love that shit. But that back on the Corpse Grinder, that's the vibe that I got when I
Yeah,
saw that artwork initially. I was like, dude, this is like he's
I agree.
literally a real life Metalocalypse character. Like
Well,
he's
what's funny is I'm pretty sure Corpse Grinder. I've seen this before in like interviews and Reddit, but Corpse Grinder was one of the inspirations for Nathan Explosion
yeah.
as far as the look.
Who
You
was
know,
the fucking inspiration for Murderface then?
fuck, I don't know.
Who's that
Murderface
supposed
was
to
the
be? He's such a great
Murderface was the
character.
inspiration for
He's
Murderface.
such a good
Murderface is just
character.
Murderface. He's just such a great character, man.
Yeah,
He
I know.
really is.
I'm gonna watch it tonight at probably like right after this because I'm only a couple episodes in and I'm like, dude, I got seasons to get through. You know, there's short
Speaking of
episodes.
speaking of watching stuff, this might be a little off the cuff, but it's really not. I watched some of that movie that you sent me,
Oh God. Oh, the
The Raid.
raid. Yo, isn't it the
Dude,
most?
I didn't know it was like dubbed over.
Yeah, you can watch it with subtitles or dubbed.
So it okay. I
I think
almost
it
would
has
rather
both
watch it with.
options.
I think I'd almost rather watch it with the subtitles.
Did you get to the action?
Oh yeah,
Bro, isn't it like some of the craziest shit in an action
dude.
movie?
It's just a pure like action kung fu movie.
Bro, with the guns and the fucking like it's just so violent. Like it's shockingly violent, like and well choreographed. Like there
Hmm.
if anybody is watching this show, I sent this guy a package and I had this copy of The Raid. I bought so it was on sale on Amazon for like $10 and it's The Raid and The Raid 2 Redemption. It's like a $30 Blu-ray. It was on sale for $10 and I love this movie, so I grabbed 2 copies of it and I fucking said, I'm gonna keep this, and then one day I'm gonna give it to somebody that hasn't seen it, and they're gonna fucking it's gonna blow their mind. And I sent a care package to this dude before we started the show, and it included that, and I'm so happy you watched it and you get to experience that. And you know
Oh, dude.
the thing that's crazy about the raid is the first movie's so fucking good, right? You think that some movies have shittier sequels or nothing's as good as the first one. The sequel is even better than the fucking first one, bro. Like
Oh man, I haven't watched that yet.
it's way more like they literally take the shit and just blow it up to the next level. But yeah, I love, dude, the opening scene, bro, where there's that guy shooting the people on the top floor of the building, and you're just
Yeah.
like, oh god, like this dude's evil as fuck. It's like a video game, like they're trying to get all the
Yeah.
way up, and then that one floor where the fucking dude is like, he has no more ammunition and like everybody has hatchets and he's like solo and he's just fighting all these dudes. Or when they get the fridge and they make the hole in the fucking ground to go through,
Yeah.
or his brother's getting like fuck, dude, it's so good. Everybody watch The Raid. Everybody watch the movie The Raid. Fucking buy it, bootleg it, whatever the fuck you got to do to see this movie.
It's
It
pretty fucking tits up.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's literally, I think it's the best kung fu movie of all fucking time. And I am an avid Bruce Lee fan. I'm a martial artist, bro. I'm a black belt.
Honestly, okay. So when you bring up kung fu movie though, would you consider? Did you ever see Ninja Assassin?
Ninja Assassin.
Yeah,
I think I have.
I think that's a kung fu movie, but it's
Ni-
very Sin City esque.
Ninja Assassin. That sounds so fucking familiar to me.
I think it's kung fu, but it has that kind of like Sin City. It's not a noir film, but it has that kind of feel to it. You know what I mean? It's got the crazy like angles and like the slow motion shit.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember this film. It was a
Yeah.
good fucking movie. That was a really good movie.
That's
I
a kung
fuck with
fu
that.
movie, right? I would say that's a kung fu
I'd
movie.
say it's a kung fu movie. There's that movie's good. Um, that movie's good. If you like those kinds of films, bro, I'm telling you, we were talking about it before we started this stream. But I told you about Takashi Miike,
Hmm.
and this motherfucker has made the most savage fucking he's made some really badass, like, and this is on a different subject, lightweight, but if you want to watch some subtitled movies, really good subtitled movies, there's this movie called 13 Assassins that he made, which is really good. And then also, I believe he did a movie based on the anime. Let's see. Oh, what's that fucking shit called? It's such a good movie. I can't think of the fucking name. It's the guy that can't die. What's
Oh,
the
the One Punch Man.
no, no, there's this guy that can't die. He's like I can't think of the fucking name of it right now. I'm pretty sure Takashi Miike made this shit. Um what is the guy's name? I don't know why I can't think of it. So it's this dude. He's like a wait. I just gotta Google this shit real quick. I'll fucking find it. Samurai that can't die, and it is Blade of the Immortal. Blade of the Immortal.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta watch Blade of the Immortal, the movie, and it was directed by Takashi Miike. This motherfucker can get his arm cut off. He's like Wolverine, bro, but he's a fucking samurai. He just cannot die. He just regenerates every time he gets like sliced up or fucked up, and he has to like protect this little girl. And it is just, oh my god, such a badass violent movie because they don't pull the stops with the blood, and he's taken on like hundreds of dudes in the beginning, and like he gets cursed with this shit. He gets this parasite in his blood, and it's like worms that just like reform his body and shit. And
What the fuck?
oh, it's so fucking gnarly, but so badass. Like the fights are just lit because he's taking mad damage like in these fights. You know, like when you're a samurai, you can't really take damage. 13 Assassins though, it literally starts off with a dude doing a fucking committing seppuku.
Oh,
Which,
yeah.
yeah, like the opening scene, and it's not like, oh, he stabs himself and dies. This dude gets the short blade and cuts his guts open, and like his guts spill out, and it's just so, it's like serious. Like it's not like a fucking it's not done in like a, what's that, like a romanticizing manner like they do shit like that like in these samurai flicks. Like I was super into samurai flicks for a cool minute after playing Ghost of Tsushima on PlayStation. I got super into these films, bro. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I love that shit. 13 Assassins though is just so gnarly. There's this dude that is like a total piece of shit. He's like this rich ass dude, and he's just a fucking total piece of shit. And he's like, all these samurais come around. He's terrible. He like burns people, fucks with people, and since he's rich, he gets away with everything. So these 13 dudes that are like close to him or whatever, and they're like paid to protect him and shit, they all get together and they're like, we're gonna kill this motherfucker, and all the people like around him and shit. And bro, oh god, it's so fucking gnarly and violent and good, and like it's very serious. A lot of drama, and it's kind of drawn out a little bit. It gets a little bit long, but when the blood spills, like I said, dude, in Itchy the Killer, fucking, he has literally a dude cut his own tongue off with a fucking knife. Like, you know,
You
there's,
literally, I will tell you this much.
yeah.
You literally just said the magic word.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so back on the news, man. So yeah, motherfucking Corpse Grinder going on tour. The new Corpse Grinder album sounds like fucking a Cannibal Corpse album with a little, I mean, people that are really in tune to death metal can maybe hear some differences here and there, but to me, yeah.
I'll say, yeah, that, I mean, that's what I got right off the bat. But
it sounds,
you can tell Jamie Josta has had a hand in it.
it sounds like a more digestible Cannibal Corpse album. It's a more listenable Cannibal Corpse album. I will say that. It is definitely more like he said, I want this shit to be like more like it. And it's funny because Cannibal Corpse, I guess they're at the point in their music where they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. Like Cannibal Corpse riffs don't have to make sense. They can be, all they have to do is be extremely complicated and difficult to play and very fast. And it's Cannibal Corpse, and it's what we expect, you know? But, like,
I use the term dizzying riffs.
yeah, like that's, it's like, or like fucking, What?
Yeah. There's some more consistent ones though. Like, have you heard Scourge of Iron?
Yeah, yeah. They
That's a
well,
very consistent one.
that last album that came out, Red is the New Black, or what the fuck's
No,
the album called?
the last one was Violence Unimagined.
Before that one, it was the
Red
new
Before Black.
Red Before Black.
Yeah.
So that album, and it's, you know what, I think the more I talk about Cannibal Corpse, I don't want to joke about Cannibal Corpse because they might fucking kill me based on the shit they talk about and like their content. Like, they're the one band, like Chris Barnes. Okay, I'm not afraid of the Chris Barnes Cannibal Corpse era, but Corpse Grinder's on tour. He might be coming to my city. I might want to take it easy. But I will tell you though,
I mean, he's a nice dude.
yeah, no, he is. I think it's all, like I said last week, man. I think it's all a front. I think that motherfucker really be killing people in Target. He's, that's real. It's all a front. It's all a front. He ain't fucking.
No, he may be killing people, but it's not in Target. It's in Warcraft.
Yep, in Warcraft. Oh my god. Yeah, dude. That's fucking Corpse Grinder, man. He's the trip.
He's
but,
the man.
He's living
He's
his
the man.
dream, man. He seems like a chill ass
He's the man.
dude. I watched interviews with him during COVID and like when he was with Metal Injection, and down to earth ass cat. Very likable character. He said some shit, and I guess he did. Some people were upset about some shit that he said, and I think that, and I can't speak for the man, but I feel like he did say what he said. But once you say something, you can't take it back. And I don't think that he should be, what's it called, though? I don't think that he should be necessarily, like, chastised for what he said or, like, really, like, attacked for what he said. Because
I honestly don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't know what happened? So he said something. He was talking about people in Warcraft doing a certain thing in World of Warcraft. And he was like, what did he say? He was like, I hate it when they do this shit. And then he called them a homophobic slur. He said that. And it was like an interview that he was doing like backstage on tour. Like, when they catch them for like a minute and they're like, yo, tell us what you hate about Warcraft. And he was like, I fucking hate it when these guys do this. And, I mean, I feel like people are aware that, we're not supposed to talk like that. I'm not defending saying that was right, but I'm saying I don't think it came from a hateful place. I think that the use of that word comes from a hateful place, or those kinds of words come from a hateful place, but I don't think contextually it was coming from a hateful place in that context, so it's fucked up. But I mean,
I don't know. Corpse Grinder has always been a cool dude.
he seems like a nice guy. He seems like he accepts people.
He always seems to be a pretty straight up dude. Everything I've ever seen about him, I have heard about that. Now that you bring it up, yes, yeah. I do remember that. But I don't know.
Yeah, Corpse Grinder is a character, but he's a million. Fuck, you could have Chris Barnes. That's all I'm gonna say. You could have Chris Barnes. I bet you Chris Barnes probably says shit like that and fucking means it and don't give a fuck. And they're not gonna cancel him because he already canceled himself with his music. Come on, Chris Barnes. I can't listen to, and I feel terrible saying this, talking about 6 Feet Under. I don't get it. It don't make sense to me. I don't know if it's just their new album. Or,
if that's all you're listening to, then you need to go back in time.
No, that's not what I'm saying. It's
okay.
Listening to 6 Feet Under always. Chris Barnes sounded normal to me on Cannibal Corpse. He sounded normal in his Cannibal Corpse years, and then he sounded normal on the fucking on 6 Feet Under. But like, you remember that South Park episode where like Stan starts hearing like everything sounding like shit, kinda. And then like everything just sounds like shit.
Yeah.
After I heard fucking Chris Barnes on the new 6 Feet Under, I went back and listened to everything else, and I was like, yeah, but he didn't sound like that on this other shit. And I listened to it, and I was like, dude, he did sound like this the whole time. It's just he finally.
he kind of did, but like over time, the production got better and his voice got worse,
Yeah.
which is kind of sad, really,
You know
because it kind of sucks. Like
what
you got really good production, but now you just sound bad. You sound worse.
the funny thing is too, like in the original Cannibal Corpse albums, I think it was The Bleeding. On the back of it, they said we do not use any vocal effects on our
We
vocalist.
know. We know.
It says that, and like now that I
We
hear it,
know.
I'm like, bro, this sounds like that new 6 Feet Under. It
Okay,
all it.
no.
Oh,
Like without trashing on Chris Barnes too much,
I
I will
know.
say the first four Cannibal albums I love. I
Yeah,
thought they were great. Uh, the first 6 Feet Under album is a death metal staple, I think. Haunted, I don't know if you've heard Haunted, but that's like OG top tier. That's respectable Chris Barnes.
that was
He might
before.
not have he might not have done like maybe not like the choices he might have made like as a person back then, but like as far as Haunted and 6 Feet Under and Chris Barnes goes, that was a top shelf release. That was like, oh, awesome.
Would you be surprised if they found out that Chris Barnes actually killed somebody?
No,
I wouldn't either, bro. That's why
I
I'd
wouldn't be
still.
surprised because I saw them in um I want to say it's called Orangevale in California.
Yeah, I don't know where that is. That's like what, like by
Um,
is that up north or is that like L.A. area? That
I
sounds
don't
like
know.
Central Valley.
I feel like it might be because I remember I used to be on like a sports team and we would travel a lot to like different cities for like competitions and stuff. But yeah, it was I saw them in I believe it was called Orangevale. I believe that was the name of the city. And all I could think at 16 years old, looking at Chris Barnes I was at the front of the stage because I won't lie, I'm a big 6 Feet Under fan. There's a lot of stuff I like by them, and I was just like thinking the whole time, like, dang, this dude just like his dreads are like as as long as he is tall, like,
Yeah.
and the like plugs in his ears, like they had to have been like coasters. Those weren't like plugs. Those weren't gauges. Those were like table coasters, like
Yeah.
big motherfucking plugs and like long ass dreads and shit and like it was so cool because I was a big 6 Feet Under fan back then. That was like my introduction into death metal was the album 13.
I think that he won't block the Mayvizzle channel because you balance everything out in here
Dude,
in the
I'm just
room.
saying. I'm
You
saying I will say this, I don't agree with everything Chris Barnes does, but there
put
is some 6 Feet Under releases that are
on your Instagram, you need to put in your bio Chris Barnes advocate. He isn't all that bad.
that I won't say. That I won't say because I have heard some bad stories about him. I don't know if they're true, but I know
Yeah.
at least one story that I 100% trust the resource as a person, and he has no reason to lie about anything like that.
Yeah.
So I
We
kind of got to go with my gut on that one, and
yeah.
that's all I'm going to say.
You got to tell me
But
off the air about that shit.
yeah, but I will say 6 Feet Under did have some good stuff. A lot of people trash on them, but I don't really give a fuck about that because they had some good stuff.
Yeah.
I'll trash on it too. I don't care. Like if you can't make fun of yourself or the shit you like or whatever, then what can you make fun of? You know,
Yeah, straight up,
whatever.
man.
Like
I
Bringer
wanted
of
to.
Blood, you can tell his voice was going out to Bringer of Blood, but Bringer of Blood was still heavy as fuck and packed with riffs.
Yeah. You want to know something? I'm gonna do a confession right now on live or on this
Ooh,
video
I'm
right now
intrigued.
because like you just said, if you can't make fun of yourself, you know, you can't make fun of anything. So, eh, I there was a time I was in front of, I want to say it was like, I think it was the Ace of Spades in Sacramento. It was like this big ass bar in the city. And I fucking, my homie told me it would be a good idea if I like moon, because he was a photographer. He'd be like, he said it was a good idea if you like go moon the camera like in the middle of the street. And there were tons of people there, bro. There's like a restaurant next door. People are eating. Like there's tons of people. Cars are packed. There's traffic. I went out in the middle of the street and I went to moon the camera, but I didn't like playfully moon the camera. For some reason, I fucking dropped my pants and spread my cheeks, bro. And dude took the picture, and I remember like pulling my pants up, and like people were whistling on this sidewalk and shit. Like they were like, "What the fuck?" And I thought about it. And I was like, "Yo." Like, wait a minute. And I seen the cameraman's face, and he was mortified. And I was like, I just did some shit that was like punk rock and turned it into like strange and X-rated. And I remember a week later, I messaged the cameraman. I was like, hey, man, you got the photos from the show? He's like, yeah, I got a bunch of photos. He sent me the photos. I look, and I didn't find that picture. And I said, hey, do you have that photo of my fucking butthole in the middle of fucking Sacramento in that street? I don't know why I did that. And he said, nah, I don't have that picture anymore, man. And I was like, all right, good. But yeah, I mooned, or I straight up, I don't even, you can't call that mooning anybody.
No,
I didn't
dude,
moon
you starfished it.
I starfished the entire street, and I was with
You
my wife,
starfished
bro.
the
It
whole
was like,
street.
this was like my third or fourth date with my wife, and luckily she had no idea that I did that.
You were like, I'm Mavis, and this is my chocolate starfish.
She was on the side of the street, so she saw me moon the camera, but she thought I just mooned the camera. Like, I pulled my pants down and did that. But I was full on. Yeah, I can't believe I did that shit, man.
Just fucking caked up, bro.
So, yeah, there's a confession I have to make. Chris Barnes, now tell me your story, Chris Barnes. Chris Barnes. Yeah. How about that, buddy? No, he's going to fucking block me after that one.
Comes around full circle.
Yeah. Straight up. Chris Barnes goes, ha, fucking idiot. Block. Right there. Right there at that end when I said that.
Right. Oh, my God.
So, Primitive Man dropped a new single. Have you heard that?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I haven't either. I've heard a lot about it on the Frozen. Some of the guys signed to Frozen Screams, or not even. Oh well, fuck. That's putting people on blast like that. I've heard some homies from the thing saying mixed reviews from it. Some people are like, it's cool. Some people are like, it's more, not that great. Some, I haven't heard it.
I like Primitive Man.
I don't even know who the fuck Primitive Man is. So
Primitive Man is pretty good. They're definitely in the vein of like sludge, but very doomy. And like very, okay. I want to say death metal, but really the only thing death metal about it is the vocals.
Yeah.
So it's got a very sludgy, doomy sound.
It's kind of like Primitive Man.
Yeah, it's very primitive.
Yeah, it's like
very primitive.
Like
it's very, very slow on some songs.
You know what
it's like one of those like dun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
That's probably what because there was an unnamed band, I won't say who. One dude was like, "Man, all of their songs are just boring and slow." Like, so I don't know.
They are slow.
Yeah,
but I feel slow. Like when it comes to Doom, I feel like Doom isn't even. It's a genre, but it's more a vibe than a genre.
Yeah, like, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, my favorite Doom band. And I don't even know if you can call them a Doom band, but probably my favorite Doom band. No, that's a lie. Like, I would say for a long time, The Sword. The Sword was like my favorite go-to Doom band. I heard them when they first came out before Guitar Hero. Like, before that shit, man. I was a fan from day one. I remember hearing Age of Winters, and I downloaded that shit on LimeWire, and I was like, whoa, this is badass. And then I had the follow-up album, and then they lost me at their third album, Warp Riders. And then after that, I just don't know what the fuck they were doing. I listened to their shit after. I'm like, eh.
I like all kinds of Doom. Like, it's just Doom is one of those weird genres that, like I said, it is definitely a vibe. Like, I have to be in the mood to listen to Sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to be in the mood to listen to Monolord. Not as much with Monolord, but definitely like Sleep or
You got to be like, you know that feeling like when you eat an edible and then like the insane body high goes away, and you're just like sitting there like fried, feeling like, oh, like I'm just so done. That's when you can listen to Doom, and then you fall asleep.
yeah. Yeah.
Listening to Sleep.
And I like Doom. I think it's cool.
I dig Doom. I think it's tight too. I like Weed Eater.
Yeah, Weed Eater, Bong Ripper.
Yeah, Bong Ripper. They're fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Parallax Occlusion. I guess you could call them Doom. Seep. I don't know if you could call Seep Doom.
So
Seep is kind of, it's Death Doom.
Yeah, that's where I find like my happy medium because I like the Death Doom genre a lot.
Doom. Have you heard the song "Boiled and Pissed" by Seep?
No, I might have actually. I might have it on my phone.
Yeah, I gotta message Daddy Gore and see if he has any Seep tapes because I fucking need some Seep.
I do like Seep.
Yeah, Boiled and Piss is, it's so funny because I sat down, I was trying to write some music the other day, so I plug in my shit. I got my HM2 plugged into my like interface. I plugged everything together and I'm like jamming, and I was like, couldn't think of a riff, so I'm like, god damn it. And I ended up just putting my guitar down, unplugging everything, and then listening to fucking Seep. And I was just like, how does he write his songs? Because they're so catchy. The shit just stays in my fucking head. Like Seep is like brilliant. I think that this band, he has a full length, I believe, that he's ready to fucking put together. He's just like gonna come correct when he does it. But I'm really anticipating that release from Seep because the more I listen,
I do like Seep.
Yeah, more I listen to his project, bro, the better it gets. There's a video that Mind Decay Productions did. You should check that shit out. It's pretty fucking gnarly. It's literally like every gore scene from every horror movie put together in like fucking 3 minutes, and like every murder scene. It's like it's like 4 to 5 minutes, I think. 4 minutes 30 seconds maybe, and it is just nonstop violence, blood. It even shows people being boiled in like a fucking big cauldron, and while Boiled and Piss is playing, and it is awesome. I streamed it on the 24-hour stream. It was like fucking the nighttime. It kicked off the nighttime portion. I was like, okay, now we're getting fucking dirty because it's nighttime. Like the creepy shit's coming on. And,
how on the spot would you feel if I asked if that's ever going to happen again?
The 24-hour stream? Oh, man. Yeah. One, I'll tell you, I'm getting hardcore deja vu right now. It's so weird that, like, when you just asked that, so strange that I just got deja vu. But, no, so the stream is going to come back. It's going to return. Probably going to be after I get situated as a dad, just because it took so much out of me, bro. Like I said, I told you, I think last time, I had a nosebleed for like 3 days after I did that stream. I didn't sleep that entire week. I don't know what I did. Dried out my sinuses, got dehydrated. I don't know what the fuck I did. But I had a nosebleed for like 3 days and I did not feel right. I don't know if I just got sick. I could have just got sick at the same time. But I was like, you know what? I can't work myself like that again, because I did feel rushed near the end of it. The mistake that I made with the stream is that I put a date before I had the stream ready. So I gave myself this date, and then I was rushing to get everything together, and then I'm staying up till 3 a.m. every night when it didn't have to be that way. If I just said, hey, the stream is coming, and then I got everything together at my own pace, it would have been less stressful, and then I would have been like, yo, once I had 24 hours of video put together, fucking once I have it together, This is how I'm doing it next time. I'm going to get 24 hours of video together. Once it's done, I'm probably going to tell, you and Bryce or, fucking Mike. I'll tell a couple people, hey, or the people that I'm asking to be involved. And
Right.
I'll have it all together. And then I'm going to announce a date. I'm going to have it ready to launch, but I'm not going to do it the way I did it last time where I gave myself a date before I gave myself a date when I made that edit. So what I did was I messaged like 6 people that were down, and I was like, are you guys down? And they were like, yeah, we're down. And the day I got the okay from those people, I made that fucking trailer for it, and I had no content ready to go. I had nothing ready. I had nothing recorded.
Dude.
And I put the trailer, I put the cart before the horse, bro. I legit.
Oh my God.
And everybody was hyped because everybody was like, damn, he got this fucking 24-hour thing ready to go. He made a channel, and I didn't have anything ready. I fucking put it all together the following week. I probably burnt bridges with some of my previous guests, asking them to do some corny shit. I messaged every guest I ever had on the show. Hey, can you say I'm so-and-so and you're watching the Mayvizzle channel? And I got a bunch of people that were like, yeah, and then I guess they forgot and didn't do it, and that's all good. I didn't expect anybody to even respond. I got a handful of people that read it and didn't say anything, so I'm like, oh, fuck, I wonder if I just burned them as like a return guest. And then there were like the, five homies that did it, and I was like, bro, like, respect, thank you so much for shooting that shit over. Gavin from Texas Ketamine wore a fucking Chuck E. Cheese fucking thing and said, yo, this is Chucky and you're watching the Mayvizzle channel.
That's
like,
the homie, bro. That's
dude,
the homie.
I love it, man. Like, I had a great experience doing that. A lot of people were really happy doing it. A lot of people missed it too. So one thing I do think about doing is maybe just running that 24-hour stream again. And giving people a second chance at watching it, because there's a lot of content on that stream that you're never going to see anywhere else.
Yeah.
And then like, yeah, man, like, I did the stream, fucking, I had a great time. It's going to be coming back. Definitely going to be coming back in the future, but definitely going to be done at my own pace next time. Now that that was more like proving to myself that I can do it. Like I said, I was telling you before this, with the freelance articles that I'm fucking buying right now from people, maybe I put the cart before the horse again in this situation. I should, gonna pull back a little bit and figure out what the next step is. Definitely the Patreon is the next step. We get people on with the Patreon, man. If you're watching the stream right now, sign up on the Patreon. Fucking, you want to support us? We're putting a lot of work, we're putting a lot of hours into this shit, and we're doing it for you guys. I love having these conversations with my brother, and if you love it too, we would love it if you wanted to support us and give me your fucking money. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, man. So where was I? So yeah, we're talking about that. Limp Bizkit. This is our next news story. Limp Bizkit is having a new album. They got a new album coming out. New album. They're working on a new album, I think.
Limp Bizkit, huh?
What'd you think about this last Limp Bizkit album?
I didn't listen to it.
It sounded like Limp Bizkit. It literally sounded like...
honestly, the only Limp Bizkit I know is like the old Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. Yo, this is online, and this is the chocolate-covered starfish. Isn't that like the corniest fucking intro to like any album ever? Like, yo, what trips me out is there was a record label that said, yo, let's front this, or let's give these motherfuckers a shit ton of money to fucking, because the kids like this. And they're going to go, yo, this is the chocolate-covered starfish. Like, and I'm not going to lie. When I was 8 years old, I was fucking with Limp Bizkit, bro.
Well, dude, who didn't?
Yeah. It's, break stuff or whatever that song's, a break shit.
Yeah, I
break
was
stuff.
always just fucking with the classics.
Yeah, that's a good song,
as
man.
far
Like,
as them.
you know,
But yeah,
I just
all
think
that
it's
all
funny.
all that stuff they did that was super popular. That's what I listened to.
It
I
was
never
cool.
like dove too far into Limp Bizkit.
Used to listen to Live 105, and they'd always be playing Limp Bizkit, and yeah, I agree with you, man. Like Limp Bizkit was cool back in the day. It's not my cup of tea anymore. What trips me out the most is people that really like fuck with Limp Bizkit still. Like y'all are some real ones. I want my fucking fan base of the Dirty Death or the Mavizzle channel or Late Night in the Crypt or Death Matches Death Metal. I want my fan base to be as hardcore as fucking Limp Bizkit's fan base. Like I really,
Yeah.
if I can get some down ass people that will legit be like 10 years later, like okay, I stopped doing shit for 10 years and I start doing shit again, and they're like, yeah, are there people like that, or is Limp Bizkit has it?
I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like you would call those like legacy bands. You know what I mean?
Are they though? Are
I
they?
don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you could consider them that. Like, I guess they've been like dormant for a long time.
Like, all right, I kind of like do think so, because all right, think about it like this. You remember Chumbawamba?
I feel like I do.
If they sang that song, I get knocked down and I'll get
Hmm.
up again. If
Yeah,
Chumbawamba dropped a new album, would there still be a hardcore fan base for them?
I don't think so.
Is there still a
Because there's
hardcore
only the
fan
one
base?
song that I know.
Yeah. Is was the new Limp Bizkit album only successful because it was kind of a joke? Like people were like, "What the fuck does Limp Bizkit sound like 10 years later?" And then they got a bunch of streams from that. How I want to know the
Maybe.
record sales on this new. I'm going to look it up right now. Limp Bizkit. They only would be making a new album if they had some sort of fucking success.
Like, as far as new metal went, I was way more into like Slipknot
I wouldn't call
and
them new metal.
Slipknot.
No, no, Limp Bizkit.
I guess that'd be rap metal, I guess. I don't know. I never really delved too far into that.
Yeah, they
System would have been new metal.
someone said that System is butt rock.
I don't know, man. I still fuck with System.
Let me see. Was it successful?
I mean,
Uh,
I don't fuck with System often, but I still fuck with System. I still fuck with Slipknot. I
God,
still
yeah.
fuck with.
It was successful.
Was it?
Dude, it was number 7 on the
That's
top
so
hard rock
weird.
albums.
You know what? Okay, I will say this too, and I don't want to upset anybody, but I will say there is one artist that I do not fuck with that I don't understand why some people do. But I understand to the extent that music is how you perceive it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I don't know. There's this. You ever fuck with Kid Rock?
No.
I don't either.
Yeah. I
I don't.
can't.
I don't understand it.
I
I
don't
don't.
I don't get Kid Rock. I seen the documentary or some shit where they're like, "Yeah, he was just this little white boy DJing and he did his own thing and he was different." But I really like he just looks like he's diseased, bro. Like you don't want to touch Kid Rock. I'm cool. I stay away from the Kid Rock.
Yeah.
My dad used to love that song. I'm a cowboy,
Uh,
baby. And
I, I do. I will say I have a really good buddy who loves Kid Rock, and I'm okay with that. Like if he likes it, hell yeah, dude. Like if that's what makes my homeboy happy, cool.
if
Like
you watch, you remember Osmosis Jones?
yeah,
You remember when they made fun of Kid Rock like in that one part, and they got like a little like cell guy and he's rapping, and then they even got the little dude like with him rapping and shit.
I do
Like
remember that. Now that you
I
say that,
that was Kid Rock. Like that was better than that dude had more credibility than Kid Rock, and he wasn't in. I think it might have been voiced by Kid Rock, but
yeah,
that was the most digestible Kid Rock for me.
I never fucked with Kid Rock ever.
I just feel like, what do you do when you listen to that music? Like, you gotta just like, you gotta be. I'm so terrible. I gotta be careful. I gotta tread lightly. But I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say it. If you listen to Kid Rock, you're probably racist, and when you listen to real rap, you get offended by it. just like, and I'll tell you this.
God.
You know,
I don't know about all that.
I know. I'm just saying some shit.
I appreciate you either way.
But I'm gonna tell you this. I know, that's why I didn't want to say it. But I'm gonna tell you this. Cool. I'm gonna tell you this too. I'll tell you something crazy. One of the cringiest things that I have ever seen in my entire life, like cringiest, like literally cringiest things I've ever seen in my life. And maybe it's because my upbringing, maybe it's because I listen to good music, or what I think is good music. I have my own opinions. I was at this lake, and I was out there barbecuing with the homies, fishing or whatever in the corner. And it was like Cinco de Mayo or some shit. And there was a group of white people on a speedboat, and they had speakers. You know, they had the speakers on the top of the speedboat, and they were shit-faced. Like, they were white boy wasted. Like, you know, they were drunk. And they were slapping the Real Slim Shady like it was the dopest song of all time.
Oh,
and they had it blasting like they were like, you know, when you're like bumping some dope shit, like, you know, when you're bumping like back to last week, when you're bumping Brother Lynch and you got some bass and that shit is like, you know, this shit sounds sick. You know, the people that are hearing this shit are getting intimidated because this shit sounds sick. That's how these motherfuckers were slapping I'm Slim Shady. And I'm like, bro, like, and this was in 2009. So this is also like 10 years after the fact too. And I'm just like, bro, like, these motherfuckers, I guarantee you, they don't listen to that shit. Gucci said it the best. Gucci was on the Breakfast Club. And he said to Charlemagne, he was like, who do you think's the best rapper in the game right now? And Charlemagne was like, oh, Eminem. And Gucci was like, come on, man. He's like, you really play that shit? You really play that shit? And Charlemagne was like, yeah, I listen to it. He's a great lyricist. And he's like, nah, man, what I'm saying is, when you driving around in your car with the windows down, you playing that shit? And Charlemagne was like, you know, I'm driving to work, I'll listen to it. He's like, no. I'm saying when you're cruising around with your windows down, you're playing that shit. He's like, you ain't playing that shit. Like, because you know what I mean? It doesn't knock. It's corny, bro. It's corny. It's fucking like.
I will say this. I like Eminem. I like some of his old releases. Marshall Mathers LP was dope.
Yeah. No, if
Eminem show was dope. Slim Shady LP was dope.
Yeah.
But there's like things I like and there's things I don't like. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't catch me in 2022 listening to Eminem in public.
No, I've heard it a million times.
That's the other thing too.
I actually have the Marshall Mathers LP on vinyl. That's literally the only time I listen to Eminem.
Playing Eminem at a party is the equivalent to playing. It's like 10 times worse though. But I want to say it's like a multiplied equivalent of playing Hotel California at a party.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing, DJ? Like,
for real.
You know what I mean? I fuck with Eminem. I agree with you 100%.
I do. I think his old stuff's really good.
Yeah, D12, all that shit. That shit's all tight, you know.
Dope.
But you wouldn't catch me fucking in public slapping that shit. Like,
not
straight up.
Anymore.
Not
I've heard
anymore.
it a million times.
Yeah.
I've heard it a million times.
When I was 12, I heard it a million times too. That's the other thing. You won't catch me listening to Sum 41. Fucking when it came out, it was shocking. You know, I remember when he came out, it was shocking and all that. But yeah, no, I'm saying like that thing that I saw and I was like, God, that is so cringe. Like, it's like, bro, it's 2010. You're riding around slapping the Real Slim Shady and having the time of your life. Like, God, God knows what the fuck else that person listens
Yeah.
to. And if they heard some Brother Lynch hung, they'd probably be like, oh no, take this shit off, put on some Achy Breaky Heart.
Oh God. Yeah. Billy Ray called. He wants his mullet back.
Yeah. No. I don't know. I don't know. Those are my opinions, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion. If you're still slapping that shit in 2022, be my fucking guest. Go ahead and do it. It's not what I would do, but you know, it's to each their own. So, a lot of people fuck with what's something that people like. A lot of people like onions on their burgers. I don't fuck with onions. I think they taste like shit. I like grilled onions. I like grilled onions. I like yellow onions. Yeah, I don't like fucking.
You just don't do it raw.
Like, you know how Nations gives you a big, fat, thick, fucking like raw onion on your burger, and it
okay.
tastes like shit.
Okay, yeah. I've been to like burger joints where they do that. They'll give you like when they slice the onion, they slice like the top of it, and they just give you like the whole top.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's a lot of onion.
That's disgusting. Nobody in their right fucking mind.
Nobody wants that much onion.
Yeah, an old man that can't taste anything anymore fucking might do it just to stimulate himself.
Yeah, that's too much for him.
Yeah, that's too much, bro. You can't do the onion like that. But yeah, you know, that's what that kind of shit is like. I forgot. Oh yeah, some people like that. I don't fuck with it, you know. But yeah.
Right.
Go ahead, listen to your Eminem. If I offended anybody, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. Eminem is good. I will say this: he is a great, talented musician.
Oh no, he definitely is the best lyricist in hip hop, hands down. He 100% is 100%.
My favorite? No.
Yeah. Not
the best? No.
You know what though? I'm gonna put it out there. The state of hip hop. And the people that say what good hip hop is fucking now in 2022 are a bunch of pretentious fucking assholes, bro. I really listen to hip hop. I listen closely to hip hop. And anybody that is telling me that some obscure ass motherfucker that's a weirdo is like the best rapper, no, they're trying to. It's stupid, bro. Like I'll tell you what a good album is and what a bad album is, and I'm in tune when it comes to hip hop. Yeah, that's one of the best albums that came out of the last fucking 15 years, bro. Yes, can you believe that? Down. Can you believe that? That came out that long ago?
Dude, it is such a good record. Honestly, I will say this. I like Kendrick, but I couldn't really get into what's it called? Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh yeah, he switched it up on everybody. He's like,
I like Damn though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Damn was good. He kind of like went back to form with that one.
Yeah, Damn was good. Good Kid, Mad City is a classic hip hop record.
Dre lost it. I feel like Dre lost his juice. You know, I feel like anything that Dre puts out now, you know, and I don't know. I'm getting into some conspiracy shit. I don't talk about conspiracy shit ever until like the subject of Tupac comes up, and then I'm like, I'm game for Tupac conspiracies. Yeah. I'm not. No, this ain't no QAnon. This is like Tupac con, fucking conspiracy. That's what I'm all about is Tupac. But yeah, man, like everything after, I want to say, because the first 3 Eminem albums were fucking fantastic as well. But the production went to absolute shit after that. And you could tell that's when Dre just started to suck. That's what I think. Dre, you know why Dre sucks? And I even seen like a documentary where he's not like a rapper. Well, he tried to be a rapper. He sat there, they did like a documentary. Rapper, he's sitting there and he's in front of the studio and he writes a couple bars and he's like, he says something. He's like, nah. And then he leaves the studio, and then he goes back again. He does it like 3 times, and he's just like, nah, I don't like this. I don't like this beat. I don't like this shit. And he's leaving. And then, you know, like that's pretty much it, dude. Like, you know, like that motherfucker just fell off with his production, like really bad. Like he just.
We're talking Dre, right?
Oh, I'm talking about fucking. Yeah, I'm not talking about Andre Nicotina.
No, we're talking about the doc.
Yeah, Dr. Dre. He sucks.
Yeah. I like The Chronic.
No,
And the Chronic too.
that was when he still had it. He had his
Yeah.
moment, and he has been trying to recapture his moment for the last 30 years, and he sucks.
That's why he signs other fools, bro.
And then
Because
he
they
fucking
capture it for him, like Kendrick.
yeah, but the thing is that he gets them comfortable, and then he'll allow them to release projects that aren't that great. Kendrick Lamar maybe hasn't necessarily gotten there yet. He has enough talent to where he can carry himself, but like maybe that's a reason why I don't fuck with the newer Eminem shit, because he still has bars. His production is like but bro, there like didn't he do a song like called Walk on Water or some shit that was like all fucking like violins and shit? Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Give me some like beats. Give me some West Coast beats. That's what made his
honestly, I will
first
say
project
this
so
about
great.
him. His last release was good.
Yeah, Kamikaze, right? Was the
No,
one murdered music
no.
to get murdered by?
The
Is that the one? Yeah,
Yeah.
that one was pretty tight, and he had the Juice
That
WRLD
one was
feature on
sick.
it. That was a good project. That was a good
Yeah,
project for sure.
that was very cool. The
Yeah,
Alfred Hitchcock one.
yeah. Me and my wife always make fun of the song he did for the Venom movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Venom, go and get him. Venom, Venom, Venom. We always say that to each other. Like whenever we see Venom, we're like Venom, 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 Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so funny. But yeah,
It
off
is.
that subject, back onto death metal. I'm sorry, we just went on like a 40
Oh,
minute
dude,
tangent.
this is like the second time now we've gone off on like a hip
Yeah,
hop binge.
I know. That's when you know the show's
Maybe it's
getting to
just
the
our
end,
thing, dude.
because we're
Maybe
fucking.
that's just our thing.
We talk about death metal, and then we talk about rap for the fucking
Yeah.
second half. So yeah, Limp Bizkit. That's why, because I fucking had to bring up Limp Bizkit. So Limp Bizkit, it's leave it limp. You don't need to fucking get it hard. It's go away, Limp Bizkit. We don't want another album. I will determine that. We have the classics. Preserve the classics. Leave them there. Keep them on Spotify. People will play them. You don't want to. Limp Bizkit releasing an album in 2022 is less exciting to me than Skid Row releasing an album in 2022. That's my hot take.
Dang. Well, shit. Should we leave it on that?
No, we still got one more news story to cover. I know.
Shit.
Are you getting? Is it getting too late for you? Oh wait, no. That was the last story. That was the last story. Fuck. I didn't even realize. So that was the last. The next note was Gordon Brace, and I was like, oh, you told me to listen to Gordon Brace, so I wrote it there.
Yeah, listen to Gordon Brace.
Yeah, listen to Gordon Brace, everybody. This has been the Dirty Death Podcast, the second episode. If you're watching this on Patreon, thank you for giving me your money. I swear that I will do nothing but good things with your money. Donate to the Chris Barnes Fund. We're gonna help.
Like that?
We're gonna pay Chris to unblock all the poor people that he blocked. Oh yeah, we're going into the. Hey, you just booped. Son.
Gotta keep my eyebrows fresh.
Yeah, man. Well,
it's fucking around.
Been an absolute pleasure speaking with you, brother. I'm May Visit too.
Man. Always is.
No, I'm May Vizzle too. And you just watched the Dirty Death Podcast. Venom.